This long and drawn-out story starts here in mid-2021 when a trial safe night space for women opened its doors with funding and use of this community centre from the city of Perth. For 2.5 years, it provided shelter to dozens of vulnerable women each night with nowhere else to go. But at the end of November, the council wanted its building back. The state government tried to step in with funding, but it was too late to change the council's mind. After the closure, Lord Mayor Basil Zemplis suggested a different provider could take over the service.
Please provide that money to Uniting WA and this service can be open by Christmas.
But the state government wouldn't fund it. With no solution that had both funding and a location, the service was forced to close. At the end of February, Council gave planning approval for the service to reopen here in Northbridge, but with a number of conditions which had to be met to the satisfaction of the city. Uncertainty about what exactly that meant was a key sticking point.
I just have this absolute overwhelming concern that this is a process to by stealth shut us down.
Rua applied to the State Administrative Tribunal for review before the case was called in by the Planning Minister John Carey, who handed it to Cabinet colleague Amber Jade Sanderson to avoid the perception of a conflict. 3 months later, she's decided the service can open with less onerous conditions. The Minister didn't hold back, blaming the Lord Mayor for the delay.
Basil Zemplis and the City of Perth made it go through an unnecessary planning process and then put in conditions that were untenable.
Both sides have used the saga to score political points for the last 7 months now, as vulnerable women have been forced to look elsewhere for a safe place to stay.
They come to us in a time of absolute crisis, with vulnerability and risk and nowhere else to go.
Within days, they'll have that safe space again to come off the streets and out of violent homes. Kian Burke, ABC News.